Yeah, some lady at the park was like, I could never go number 2 at a park. If I had to go number 2, I'd have to just go home. I can't push myself to go number 2 at the park. And I was like, I have to admit, lady, now that I'm stuck in these predicaments, it ain't fun to have to go to the bathroom any which way, no. Although, it's a lot of blood. And when you want a really good miracle, that's a lot of holy sacred blood that could bring a pretty good miracle. Just be like, I'll hide behind how Jesus was brave and could do things and just keep going so I can get through this to get out of this. You have to go through the fight to get out of the fight. You have to kill things enough to have safety and freedom. I have to have my powers back in a way where I can produce water out of nowhere and smash it into their gross fucking brains the second they have the nerve to think. And it's not in compliance to the laws of God. And that's what I knew. I knew as a mother and a creator, I'm not going to get 5 seconds of respect until I can pick up my powers to break off an entire tree and smack them up the fucking ass with it. Pretty much. That's how the great God, any God, will ever give a shit what the fuck I'm talking about or who the fuck I am. That's the joy of creating gods with too much ego, too much power, and too little give a shit. Why did I create them to be so arrogant and powerful? To be so perfect in taking care of good boys and good girls and good things. But no, they take it gross. They hate that I'm anal, retentive, I'm a fucking nitpicking, micromanaging bitch. But hey, they gotta be taken to court when they're actually gonna participate in crime or something. But that's the only time that my children, the gods, are gonna give a shit I ever existed. When I can rip the tree out of the dirt with my powers without touching anything. And then smack their asses with it. The only time they're getting scared is when they see how much I slaughter evil god enemies. Like it's nothing. Till they're liquefied and shit them out and stuff. Like, if I'm gonna take a shit, motherfucker, your death's gonna be up in that bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, but unless you're barbaric, gods don't even give a shit. And it's sad. Because you'd want gods to be so terrible and powerfully terrible. Because they just stand up for what's right so goddamn much. But they turn it bad or gross or opinionated or judgmental. It's like, this is why you've got so much shit stink everywhere. This is why people walk into church and they suddenly are God. Because they learned it from your disgusting fucking goddamn sickening fucking mouths and your goddamn gross as fuck, sickening as fuck fucking brains. And this is why there's no respect for the greatness of God. And somebody will walk into the fucking church and be that fucking gross. Because gods are that gross. So you know what? The white throne judgment, it was already here anyway. People were going to be judged once and for all for every last thing. It was already here anyway. I can't believe people might care about my safety and freedom and getting out of this nightmare by tomorrow. It's probably because they're worried about their own livelihood. I'd bet money on it. Well, I'm in the right place for my next ride. I knew I had to be over here and get my next ride. I tried the eggnog when it was hot. It wasn't bad. It tasted like eggnog. It tasted like eggnog. It wasn't bad. So I thought, well, I'm going to try both shots because I've only had one shot of decaffeinated coffee. This time I left both shots in. I made it. I asked for just however they make their eggnog. But this time I asked for an iced one. Last time it was hot because I didn't know if the ice would ruin the flavor. And this time I'm going to try an iced one to see if it still tastes good enough as eggnog to just keep drinking this. Because this is the problem with gods. With gods, they know expert eggnog. So when you understand expert eggnog, then you would know the eggnog at the store is too thick and weird and unrealistic. But the Starbucks one actually is not realistic enough. And that would be the conundrum of spoiled brat gods. But the gods are so graciously nice, they have decided this is a good enough eggnog. And I'm talking about the gods that fought with me the whole time. We lived and died and rose up together. However much we're winning, we win together. Like I said, we died, or when we lost together. So there's a bunch of gods that actually did care and worked with me the whole time. The rest of it, I think, is just the hypocrisy of hierarchies. But whatever. I'll find out if he pays for anything he's done by tomorrow.